poppin', y'all? It's your girl September K, Bronx beats and bars in the building. BX stand up. What's poppin', y'all? Bronx net stand up. We in the building.
Poppin', y'all. It's your girl September K, Bronx beats and bars in the building. We are ending 2019 with a bang with my bro. Yes, Konny Brooks. What's good, baby?
What's up? I'm happy to be here.
This is short notice. This is okay. I got you. This is love. I appreciate this so much. Like you don't even know.
It's only for the fam. You know how we rock. You know my body.
So a lot of people don't know who you are. So let's give them a little brief rundown of who Konny Brooks is. What does Konny stand for? I know what it stands for. A lot of people don't know. So let's
just I go by the name of Konny Brooks, the King of New York. Konny is an acronym for King of New York. I represent the Bronx, New York, born and raised, you know what I'm saying? From Joseph Hall. So shout out to everybody from the block. You know how we rock, you know how we give it up. And I'm just here, just real hip hop, real rap, real bars, real whatever you consider to be real, I represent that. And you know what I'm saying? That's just what I do.
Like the first time I saw a video of you a couple of years ago, and you was rapping like right across the street from Joseph Hall, like in the park right over there. I was like, oh snap, I know that area, I know that hood. I grew up over there. I grew up like a block up from you. And I was like, yo, shorty is hot. Like, you know, just looking at it like, who is this? His wordplay is bananas. Like,
thank you.
Like, how long you been rapping?
Oh man, so I wrote my first verse at the age of 6. It was a school project. We was learning about poetry, and my brother was heavy into the music. He was a DJ and a producer.
I know your brother.
Shout out to Storm. You know what I'm saying? But he used to sample my voice, sample my video games and all of that. So I wrote the verse like on some, oh, I could rap too kind of thing. And I showed him, and he told me like, yo, this ain't it. Yo, little bro, I love you. This ain't it. You know what I'm saying? So from there, I kind of wanted to prove to him that I can do it. You know what I'm saying? So some time passed, and we didn't see each other for some time. But within that time frame, I was able to really fall in love with the culture and what it is that I can do with it. And I really been rhyming consistently, I want to say, since like 14 years old, maybe.
That's what's up. Now, Joseph Hall, it breed a lot of different rappers.
Yes.
A lot of different talent from that area. I still had the Jump Wigglin' album. And what's his name? His name Doogie? Doogie?
Yes, Doogie.
He got my LP, man. He got it. If I see him in the streets, it's on. You better let him know.
I'm going to give him the heads up.
I had that album for years because they used to we used to go to this little spot, like right off of East Tremont, and everybody go there from like 800 Lambert, Joseph Hall, and we'd just party. But they did performances there too, and like everybody was hot. So like, did a lot of what Joseph Hall brought to the table, did that inspire you as well?
It did when it was time for me to start performing. I want to say closer to like 16, 17 after I'd been recording for a little minute. That was when I started moving around with everybody in Joseph Hall and seeing it take fruition, you know what I'm saying, in front of my face, if you will, you know what I'm saying. So I started running with Face and BRK, or R, excuse me, and Mob, Twin Zone. I started doing a bunch of the showcases with them, and at a certain point, it didn't make sense to me then, because you know what I'm saying, I'm a teenager, I'm in high school, I'm still running around trying to figure it out. But they used to tell me like, yo, you special, like you really represent what it is that we started with. So just kind of then getting the backstory after running around with them for a minute, it just made it that much more special.
Yeah. See, we used to see them back in the day, like we used to try to mess with them and all that. I'm not gonna blow up who I was trying to get at, but we're not gonna name no names.
Uh-oh.
So when did you realize like I'm nice, like I'm hot, like when did you, at what point where you was just like, yo, they feeling me, like I'm feeling myself, like I'm really that guy, like.
So last year I had the opportunity to go on Shade 4-5 for the first time, and I think that's really what it was. Like, I knew I was talented because, you know what I'm saying, you kind of, you write something and you kind of give yourself the chills kind of thing, but you don't know where it amounts to next to the Titans kind of thing, you know what I'm saying? So that experience in itself just, well, for one, I'm hanging out with K Slay for an hour, so, you know what I'm saying, shout out to K Slay, but that's a legend, that's a pioneer. So when I finally rhyme, I get my shit off after we done hung out, we done spoke. He's like, yo, you so humble, soft spoken, and now I'm a lion. You know what I'm saying? We from the Bronx. We get on the mic. We hungry hyenas and gorillas. You know what I'm saying? So he's like, yo, I just watched your entire temperament change, and you ain't coming here to play. You did exactly what you was supposed to do. You know what I'm saying?
That was so crazy. Like,
thank you.
You went off.
Thank you.
And then you was calm, but then like you just punching them lines. I was like, oh my God. Like, I kept repost that. I was putting that in my stories. I put that on the gram, everything. Like, yo, y'all bugging out. Y'all think this boy no
thank you
artist, no lyricist. And you shit me.
Thank you.
Last year, so like prior to that, like what was your process like? Until you got to that point where you was like, yeah, this is it.
I just didn't feel solidified. Like, I've never, at least before that point, I've never been content with where I was at. So it's just been being more hungry to get to the next level and figuring out the game, and then lyrically who I equate to, and then figuring out how I could destroy that type of tier MC. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, then I start thinking about people like my top 5, and then I think about guys like Big, right? God rest his soul. But the first thing that really attracted me to Big was that I learned he wrote in Shakespearean sonnets. So then that made me start focusing on how I write, kind of thing. So how I would match up next to that. And then the first time I'm hearing Cassidy, he's going unlimited for like 11 minutes. So then when I would practice freestyle, I'm like, well, I got to freestyle for 15 minutes straight now. You know what I'm saying?
He went off too, yeah.
Yo, the first album I ever bought was a Memphis Bleak album. Yo. Nah, I don't believe it.
Yeah,
I don't believe it.
I think he was.
Bleak was definitely right. Bleak probably helped Jay with a couple lines.
Hey, you're live. So they inspired you, and
yeah.
For those who didn't see the Shade 4-5 freestyle, y'all playing out though, because man, going back to that real quick, it was just like, yo, you could see the hunger in your eyes, man. You just took it off, man. I think I'm gonna have to put that clip up. I'm gonna have to show them.
Let's do it.
That was passion. That was definitely
thank you.
passion. So, King of New York.
Yes.
Why that name?
So I actually got that name. I used to battle.
Okay.
So on my block there was a dude. He goes by a different name now, but at the time his nickname was Pony. But I always thought it was because people were snapping on him saying he looked like a horse. But that was my guy, so I didn't care. So we battling 2 dudes from another block. They came to our block, but it was love. But needless to say, he said, "Yeah, they call me Pony. I'm the Prince of New York." And this is when you had to freestyle to be able to battle, right? So I'm rebuttaling off of his line, kind of like we going line for line. I said, if you're calling him Prince, then I'm the king. So then the block, they called me Coney, and I was part of a music group within my school circle. So I went back to them. I'm telling them about the battle, and I'm like, yo, I called myself King of New York, and somebody shouted out Coney. It was like, yo, that sticks. That's fire. So then when I went back to the block, they were still calling me Coney. I get around my school people, they're calling me Coney. So it's just kind of like, that's my name now. That's what we're going with.
So, your LP, All Hail the King.
Yes.
You got a bunch of hits on there.
Thank you. Thank you.
All the way to the end, man. So I like, of course, Me Too. I love Distance.
Thank you.
I like those type of, because you broke my heart. I loved you, boo. Now you played yourself. What was your motivation? What was the process of All Hail the King?
Well, that project, that was my first time recording without already having the songs in mind that I wanted.
Okay.
So my process before this album, it was just kind of like, yo, I know next project I need 16 joints. I need this type of beat. I need this producer to do this. I got the names of the joints before I even wrote them out, kind of thing. This time, like, I let my creative process just be completely organic. However I was feeling, I just kind of jumped in and we just did it, you know. So I recorded, I want to say about 40 or 50 joints. Narrowed it down, but even from there, this is the first time I recorded a full project in my home studio. So I did it in my home studio, and then I picked what sessions I even felt like Teddy needed to mix and master. So there's songs that the world has never heard that I was working on prior to this project releasing. So even from there, I want to say I narrowed it down to like 19. I did a private listening session, and then in the listening session I decided there were certain records I didn't want to go on an LP. So like that, it was nerve-wracking, but I feel like that was the best way to give people the best me at that point in time.
Those of y'all who haven't heard, All Hail the King, it is streaming everywhere. So right now we got KONY Brooks in the building.
Yeah.
Beats and Barz. We will be back with Flow of the Show. Peace.
Wordplay is subpar, sorry, you gotta go. The only way to stand out is if you got flow.
What's poppin', y'all? It's your girl, Thot Boys, Bronx, Beats and Barz, here with KONY Brooks, Flow of the Show.
Yeah.
What's up? So during the break, KONY told me he was out here doing the private dancing thing.
You know what? Look, I come from an era of the Harlem Shake, right? So I started there. I used to get busy, block dances kind of thing. And in high school, you know, I learned how to do choreography. I mean, there was girls there, so I used to get attention from the girls. And, you know, that's just a second love. It's another one of the 5 elements of hip-hop, and it's something like you have to actually try it to fully embrace all 5 elements and say that you represent the culture. So I owed it to myself to at least try it and get in tune with it, and I did it.
Out here doing the Roger Rabbit and all that.
You know what? Pee Wee Herman. That's how he.
So going back to your LP, because you have other songs and stuff, like shout out to Silent Celeb, you banged on Touch Me.
Thank you.
With Ray Fame and Pretty, you was on the hook. Nice.
Yeah, thank you.
Doing your thing. And you got Little Secret. We gonna talk about that in a minute. But with All Hail the King, was there ever a point where you were just like, yo, I don't want to put this out, like fuck this, I just want to give it up? Like, was there ever a point?
Honestly, no, not with that particular project. I do feel like once it dropped, I said maybe I'm not dropping any more music in life after this. That was like a different type of weight off my shoulder. Like that was a different type of sleepless nights trying to, you know what I'm saying, experiment with things. And I'm really good with getting in the booth and one taking something and never having to touch it again. Like they call me Mr. One Take, like when I get around the gang. But there's so many records on there, like other records that you actually heard that made the cut, that I done recorded like 9-10 times, and it was just kind of like, I done came this far, this shit coming out.
What was your favorite song? Because you got a couple of joints on there, but what was your favorite song the way you just knocked that, you like, ooh, this shit gonna be a banger, like?
Honest to God truth, it was Waist Trainer.
You serious? That was my set. I was trying to twerk a little something.
You know what? Stop.
I was like, I gotta give me one of those. Shout out to the video too.
Thank you.
Yeah. Girls lift the weights and all that.
You know how we do. Yeah. Come hang out with the Thot Boys every now and then.
Oh, we gonna get into that too. Someone got 3 people pregnant already. No, I'm just playing.
Yo.
Shout out to Thot Boys.
Sign them NDAs.
Yeah. So let's talk about. So you said Waist Trainer, okay? Cool.
Yeah, I mean I have a different favorite song every day, but like that was the song. Like once I wrote it, I knew that was it, kind of thing. Thank you.
Like you can talk about Waist Trainer, but then you can also talk about the business after you spit bars on something. Don't get it twisted. This is what it is, and I will eat you up. Wordplay crazy. 3/5. Let's get into that.
Yes, absolutely.
That definitely was something on the wake up. Like this is what's going on.
It's funny that record in particular. A lot of people who don't know Teddy, he's Muslim. He's also a 5%er. Shout out to my brother Teddy Graham's word. But a lot of that that record stems from conversations that we have. He also works with kids, so at that time we were having a conversation with high school young men, and they didn't even understand what the 3/5 compromise was, and then we were just kind of explaining to them how that carries on into society today, and we're literally asking ourselves and these young men asking us, like, will I ever be worth it, kind of thing. And that's really what inspired that record. So it was like, people ask me, is that you trying to be woke? And I'm like, nah, that's me and my social responsibility as a black man, as a mentor, you know what I'm saying, as somebody who has a voice within this culture of actually speaking what's on my mind and at least starting the conversation. I don't expect to end it with one record, but I want to be the one to start the conversation and spark the mind that changes it if I can.
Fact, and it's definitely a dope song.
Thank you.
Let's get into my Vegas hit, my little secret. I was in Vegas, and getting dressed, going to the club, like, oh, I even put it on one of my stories, like, oh, I was going on.
Yeah, we reposted that too.
Yo, I am definitely gonna put that up there.
Thank you.
So what was the concept behind that? What was the process?
So shout out to K Riggs, the producer, on the beat. At that point, honestly, I was just on some, it's been a minute since I've been able to write. Let me exercise. You know what I'm saying? So I went beat shopping, if you will. I came across that beat, and the original, like the demo of it, I'm singing the hook.
Oh.
Right. But I knew what I was doing by singing the hook, because I knew I wanted to get JR on it. So it was more like a reference. But when I had sent it to him, he was like, yo, you need to put this out like this. And I'm like, Negro, I ain't even auto-tune my voice for a reason. Like, sounding all types of terrible. I'm like, bruh, I'm doing this because I want you on this record, kind of thing. So when he finally caught on, it was like, oh yeah, let's do it. Me and JR had been working together for years, a bunch of records, singles, performing, but we had never like gone the mile and actually completed a video the way we wanted to. So I was like, look, this is gonna be the one we do. You know what I'm saying? So we linked back up with one of my original engineers, from Hidden Productions. He's also a producer. So we went to go hang out with him. We went to go record or whatever the case is, and he's playing around on the chords, and I'm like, oh no, now you're getting on the record too. He's like, what? I'm like, yeah. So he's I Hate Monday or 53. He might kill me because nobody knows that he's I Hate Mondays. So right, but yeah, he's messing around with the chords at the end, so that's why I gave him that solo, and I'm like, nah, you know what I'm saying, I need you to be a part of this. This is supposed to be something special. So we went the mile with the record, and I sent it out to maybe 2 or 3 ladies, and it was just like, yo, let me see how you feel about it. And the reviews were great.
That is definitely a 2-step clap and a spin. I was in Vegas and I was
You was being grown, huh?
We ain't gonna talk about that. We can't talk about shoes.
We signed them NDAs.
Yeah. Thick sheets. But no, that is a dope ass song. So I noticed, like, on Facebook a couple of times, I don't know if I want to do this to these more type of the levels of frustration have been getting to you, and I'm like, nah, Kony, no. Like, what's going on with that? Like, what is your standpoint in music right now? Like, what is it that sometimes tears you or just make you want to just say, yo, fuck this?
I mean, it's fake love and support at the heart and the center of it. You know what I'm saying? Because there's genuine people that really want to see you and see others win, and I think that's the beautiful thing. That's what honestly hooks me and gets me to come back. But then I do things and have opportunities to open up certain things and open up certain doors and walk through these doors, and it brings on an entirely different crowd, and I think, oh, something's about to change. You know what I'm saying? People want to come spend their money and hang out with me, or people want to invest in my music. And then when it's time to actually show face, you know what I'm saying, those are the people that don't come through, and it gets frustrating, because I'm like, at some point, how do I graduate to the next tier? And I'm not talking about talent, you know. I've like I said, I've grown to that point where I believe in my talent. I think I'm capable of dying with the ranks of Biggie and Pac when it's my time to go. Truthfully, and I feel that way, you know.
I believe in no funny shit. Like, I believe in you got it. Like,
Thank you.
Got it. So what's your standpoint now?
I mean, right now, I'm in a good space. I'm coming back to being creative. So I recently lost somebody really, really close to me who was pushing me with my music. So my cousin Kaye, and he was like very, very motivational. Played the background. One of those guys, like when you saw me, you saw him kind of thing. So losing him kind of put me in a space where I can't turn my back right now, because that's not something he would ask me to do. That's not something he would condone if I was sitting here moaning, bitching, and complaining about how hard it is, or who don't want to support. He will remind me like, yo, you need to look at the people who do love you and who do support you, and keep feeding those people and keep feeding that demographic and that market. And at the very least, even if they turn their back, you keep feeding your soul until you feel no longer happy with what it is you're doing. And I'm just grasping that, you know what I'm saying? And he's not here in the physical, but the spirit, his spirit, you know what I'm saying, still lives within me and my music and what I'm gonna do with it. So that's just where I'm at. Shout out my brothers.
Get into them real quick, because truth be told, Thot Boys are not. They are a talented crew.
Thank you.
Like they have some shit. Like, so you know what's going on? Is there gonna be another Thot Boys project? Or?
Yeah, album coming soon. Thot Boys for life.
I just wanna, can I get on the interlude or something? And not like Lil Kim and Biggie interludes, but just like really like, I got bars. Like.
We can talk about that off the air.
You know, it's only chick or something on one of these interludes. I want to be the angry chick on this one. But yo, shout out Thot Boys, though. They are definitely doing their thing, because it's a triple threat. It's a foot, because they write, produce, y'all direct videos.
Yes.
Y'all doing it all. So
yes,
y'all definitely got a movement.
Thank you.
Definitely. I just want my cut. Something to just, you know, put my name.
A little pompao.
Something like, yay, shout out to McKay. We like, hey, that's me.
We got you. You good for it. We got you.
Yeah. KONY Brooks in the building. Bronx Beats and Barz. September K. We'll be back with the 316. Peace. Y'all, it's your girl September K, Bronx Beats and Barz. We are back with the Sweet 16 segment of the show. And I don't think y'all are ready for the jelly with KONY. That was so extra just now. I don't care. Shoot.
They be alright.
I know like how hot you are, so I'm hyped.
See, you don't gas me too much, man. I ain't sweat this whole episode.
I'm ready. You was on that one. Shade 45 going on. Yo, you got a couple of joints. Even when we was at what was that, the Military Grind series, when you showcased on that was fire.
Thank you.
That was like a year ago. Yeah, shout out to Jason Bourne and all that for that. Yeah, that was, people showed up like you. Shout out to
Solid Celeb and Jason Bourne for that.
Facts.
Shout out to Terrell Blake.
Yes.
Nah, so it's funny. Celeb put the battery in the back for that one.
Word?
Yeah, that whole situation stemmed from a conversation that she was having with Jason Bourne on the internet. Mm-hmm. They was just kind of chopping it, and it was like, yo, so many niggas that say they believe in KONY Brooks and they're a fan of KONY Brooks. Which one of you promoters who pocket he be lying and gonna put together a KONY Brooks concert? They called them out straight like that. You know what I'm saying? But I appreciate that.
Yeah.
So much, you know what I'm saying? That was so
people
genuine.
Came out, people showed out for that.
That was so raw and authentic, and
I got a
babysitter
put a lot for that
of
night.
Perspective. I'm glad you made it.
Ow.
You put on a damn movie that night.
Go KONY.
I ain't have no voice for like 2 days.
Yo, I was going off, like I was engaged. You had to, it was a lot of talented artists there, and shout out to all the artists who performed. But when you got up there, it was like, because you know how to put on a show.
Thank you.
You definitely know how to put on a show. You definitely know how to engage people. You definitely got bars. So, So before we get into this freestyle, though, I want to know what's next. I want to know what's coming up. When is it coming? What are we looking out for? Do I need to sell Girl Scout cookies to get in the front of the line? Something? I got the break dance.
So, officially, unofficially, I say this. Black Friday, we got something special dropping for you.
Oh.
But that's all I can say. be on the lookout for something on my social media come Black Friday at midnight. Also,
it might be on this episode of Bronx Beats and Barz. Y'all might get an exclusive. I don't know. I'm gonna see. See what I can do.
You never know.
Ow.
But yeah, that's coming. That's happening. I'm currently working with the Thot Boys on the next Thot Boy album. And I'm back in the studio. So I got an album coming 2020.
That's what's up.
I can't give y'all a date because I'm still creating. You know what I'm saying? But I've been creating for the past, I want to say, year. Same general process of just creating until I feel it's right.
Yeah.
And then we gonna jump out the window with it. But you know, you live, you learn, you put the pieces together, and just know this next body of work is about to be amazing.
I know it is. Like, I can't wait because I know it's gonna be hyphy. Yo, let's get into it. So, say what's on your mind. Let them know. Cause I'm feeling it. I'm ready to drop a 16, but I don't want. You my guest.
I got you. I said, I ain't even pissed off. I'd rather show you why I'm great. Mid-level budget worth the guard level things. Keep a king level-headed while he moving through the gates and walking a thin line like the blade on the skates. I'm ice cold, worth more than my weight in lipo. Control alt delete like a typo. And you can ask my ex how I feel to lay in bed with a psycho. I'm liable to torch every head like Michael. No comps. Everybody paying when the doors open. I'm with the shits to swing a fist and leave a jaw broken. But if it's wartime, commit the war crimes. Hit everybody but the kids if the four's loaded. I'm off a double cup of Henny and Corona. The only part darker than my heart is my persona. Double take a walk across my path and you're a goner, cause I'm plotting sitting on a plot thicker than Verona. I'm diesel when I'm popping like a blister. The arms rock steady, they'll knock you to a whisper. I promise when I bump into your sister, I'ma hit a doggy dog and leave a body on a kisser. Woo. I said educate, acknowledge all the synonyms, and help you on a path to like ass like a synonym. But snakes in the grass tend to show me why they venomous, so fuck it. Now I'm aiming at their head with all my ignorance. My penmanship is ever different, ever in breed. If ever you see an MC that ever could be a step in my league, understand how veterans be. I switch gears like a Lamborghini tentatively. I'm talking 0 to 100 at 0.5. I joined Nas, Hov and Jada as the illest alive. When I die, they gotta rank me next to Biggie and Pop. Big Pun, Big L, Big Brooks in the drop off top. And then my Timbs want the temperature drop. I'm from a block where they shot if they think you a op. And fuck getting knocked. They down to go to Mal. 10 toes down, ain't none of them blowing trial. King.
So that's how we doing it?
Yeah, that's how we rocking.
That's how we gonna do it.
They know my body.
That's how we just gonna end it in King. Like can I hear something else, please? Because it's the end of the year. Listen, you about to bring Bronx Beats and Barz into a new decade, man.
Okay.
Like, this is a special show, man. Okay. So I just need to hear something. I just need to
wipe your feet in my door, or be a dead body stretched on the porch.
Woo!
I fire off the top like a torch. I bring the heat and I scorch. My wolves hungry, we ain't taking a loss. I took the train here and plotting how to leave in a Porsche. Cal Corver, shooter, but I'm leaving the Hawks to shoot for the Cavs. The mags like a hoof on a horse. I need it all. I'm sizzling and dripping in sauce, and all these cocksuckers mad that I'm the king of New York. Say that. I'm the type to pull up where you stay at. Man shit, hands quick, wash like Ajax. Temporary fix, then it's payback. Trying to find a fear in my heart is like a needle in a haystack. Good with the metaphors and meta threes and meta breed. All y'all fall in line like assemblies. Work time, and I'm going in like a 10 to 3. The hottest nigga spitting in 10 degrees. The game mine. Y'all gonna learn today. 2 broads with me in my bedroom. One eating cake like anime. No relevance to the large scheme. But for the pessimists, my excellence is I can make a broad screen, bar schemes, have a banging boards like a ball team. Dope rhymes, dog, I was born fiend. Drugs in these lines, right hooks, I leave morphine. You think I'm the greatest? Well, just imagine what my core thinks. You need more? The semi-automatic go sporadic with a calico. Hands like a plumber, punch the industry. You nasty hoes is bound to go to king. Is here, my rain is like a hurricane. Novocaine, supernova, numb your pain and hurt the game. I'm bigger than the fucking boss. Get your body tossed. And weak niggas is lunch. And I'm a fucking hawk. Olga in the deadlock. Kicks like Angbach. Thot boy nigga rolling thicker than a dreadlock. Crazy motherfucker, hit your mother and her best friend. You calling shorty wifey, she be sucking off your best man. Just because he told her that he know me. That chick a real fan. She be using all the power just to blow me. You talking like you built for this rap shit, then show me. You talking like this shit is real beef when it's baloney. Wishing you could see my fucking level from below me. Your women call me daddy, but you could call me Coney. Nines, get him in draw, ripping, they sit in the oil, aiming the fifth of his jaw, banging the hammer like they lay in the law. Shoot, there's no feelings involved, talking your hitters get sold. Family trip to the mall, blow that car. Treat that shit like a trip to the mall, tripping I store. I'm dead in the middle of the vicinity with pressure created. Crystal sisters losing virginity through my obscenity. I exhaled the remedy, the whack rappers, to kill the game clone tenemy.
Yo. And that's how we end in 2019.
Yeah.
You heard me? KONY Brooks, Bronx Beats and Bars. I want y'all to know that I be writing his shit. Let me stop. Y'all had so much fun talking to you, man, chopping it up. This was a long time coming. For those of y'all who don't know, KONY was definitely the first one to ever witness me interviewing at Bronx Beats and Bars. So I'm so grateful. This is such a special moment. Thank you for coming. Thank you for blessing us with your presence, man. September K, Bronx Beats and Bars. We are out. Peace.
Yeah.